You got hurt on your neck?
You just walk right out the door. Don't want to do this anymore. Now I'm lost.
Reading this book. Low energy today. Low energy. Oliver. How you doing, bud? See, you're low energy today too. Don't know what it is. Could be the weather. Could be that we just didn't have much going on today. So Oliver and I are gonna take a drive, see what we can find. Huh, Oliver?
We'll catch fish.
You wanna go catch a fish?
Yes.
Well, I am not prepared for that. We should go fishing, huh, bud? Currently, we are going down a road I have never been on. Should be exciting. It's not too far from our house. It's up and over the mountain, hill. I don't know what you'd call this. Kind of in the middle of nowhere. There's a few houses out here. Some nicer houses out here. I went to the store to try to find some more gravel for my pit. Apparently this road turns into a dirt road. Washboardy dirt road. Is this fun? Going off-roading in the van. Ugh, don't think I dare take that road. Oh, this is an awful road. Okay, good. That's what we wanted. We were out looking for some awesomeness. I don't know who would want to live out here on this road. That is a washboardy road. Ooh, look, horses. Seriously, who lives on this road? So bumpy, it knocked the phone off. Gotta hold it now. Seriously, these people have cars. Do they drive on this road all the time? Hey, there's some lots for sale. Well, we've taken it this far. Just reading his book. Was that so awesome?
Did it want to go down?
You want to go down?
Yes.
You know, sadly, I'd rather take that than what we just went on. So, but I don't know. I think it's time to turn back. What do you think?
No.
I don't know if this van can handle that many bumps again.
We'll try
You drive me crazy out my mind. How'd you do this every time? Now I'm lost without you. Used to be the one I talk to when I'm sad. Can't you see now tainted love is all we have? Our issues run so
I'm just on my,
deep, I try to sleep.
I think I should put my hat back on. That hair is atrocious. So I'm just coming back from the store again. I'm going out a lot more than I normally do. This is what happens when you have projects at home. But just coming back, I was just thinking to myself, by myself, talking to myself. Well, there's a subject that maybe I thought would be interesting to express. Something I was thinking about a little bit today. And it kind of deals with kind of my goals for being a dad. So, how do I put this? My goal as a dad is to prepare my kids to be self-sufficient so that when they reach an age that they go out from my house and they live in the world by themselves, that they have the skills and the confidence that are required for an adult to thrive by themselves. And part of that is to teach your kids good judgment. And so I feel like as a dad, my responsibilities are to teach my kids responsibilities, to teach them how to get along and do things on their own. That I need to teach them that they can do things by themselves, that I can't do everything for them, because if I do everything for them, they're not going to learn. They'll rely on mom and dad forever. And I think that's what happened to a lot of my generation, is that I think in a way parents wanted to really guard their kids, really protect them, and in a way I think that hurt them. And so I think what I really need to do is to focus on teaching my kids responsibilities, to teaching them how to trust themselves as well. Because I think a lot of what we do in the world is just blind guessing. We take a risk and we go for it and we learn from it. We try our best to not hit pitfalls and we seek advice, but I think that's where the teaching good judgment comes along. If you can teach your kids to think and rationally think things through so that they can make good choices in life, then that's the key to being successful as an adult. Is that if you can give your kids and say, look, you need to fail. You need to do it. You want to know why? Because you will fail as an adult. You will fail constantly. Keeping you from failing now as a child is not helping you. Now is the time to learn failure, but not just learn failure. That's kind of maybe the wrong wording. To learn how to deal with failure. Learn how to learn from failure. Learn how to discover that you are confident enough that if you do fail, that you can figure it out. That you're not helpless by yourself. That you don't constantly need someone there. Because being self-reliant and teaching your kids that they can do things by themselves not only helps you as a parent, because then you're not constantly doing things for them, which is hard. It's hard to not help them, because you're a loving parent that wants to constantly help. But sometimes you need to let your kid fail and struggle and really just get frustrated, and then you can help them along. I think that's key, because you don't want to let them feel down. You don't want to let them feel discouraged. You want to build them up. You want to encourage them. And even in their failure, you want to encourage them so that they feel like they have the confidence to overcome. And that's something I'm struggling with right now is as a parent, is definitely trying to figure out that balance of where do I step in? Where do I let them fail? And not only that, but having the patience. Everything's such a rush that sometimes just being patient for a minute and letting them figure it out. I think that's key. That's something that I've been thinking about today, is just, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta let your kids figure things out and to work them through. And that, yes, they may make a wrong choice, but then to say, okay, you made a wrong choice. That happens. Now, what do we do once we've made a wrong choice? How do we learn from that? Just something I've been thinking about, something that I'm struggling with, trying to teach my kids. Thought I would share. If you have any comments or suggestions about how I do that, please feel free, reach out, tell me, because it's definitely something that I want to do as a dad, is to make sure that my kids are successful at recovering from failure, and to give them the confidence that if they do make bad choices, that's not the end, that you can recover from those things, that it's important to stand back as a parent and to say, look, I understand, you make this choice. That way when it goes well, you can revel in that. You can really just say, look, I made this choice by myself. It was a good choice. When they make a bad choice, you have to let them make those bad choices, because if you don't, then they will never have these consequences. And if you're always stepping in as a parent, then they're never going to learn. And as a parent, you're teaching them to be an adult. You're teaching them to be successful in the world. And even though they're little kids and you need to still parent them, there's a lot of guidance that they need. I think in a lot of ways you also have to teach them, you need to teach them those principles. I don't know. Anyways, those are my 2 cents. Like I said, feel free to tell me your thoughts and feelings.